Every morning you put on an invisible shell. Like an ancient warrior, you go out every day into the battle of life, protected by armor that protects you against judgments and expectations, that protects you from the criticism and demands of others. You face the world fiercely, asking yourself, how do I earn the respect of others? But what if I told you that some of the greatest minds in history, like the Stoics, mastered the art of not only surviving, but also thriving? Transform respect from something they sought to something they demanded. In this video, we will explore his teachings, the 6 best ways to gain the respect of others, and we will discover how to apply them in our daily lives to cultivate stronger relationships and earn the admiration of those around us. We will decipher the Stoic guide that will lead us to cultivate lasting and meaningful respect beyond simple approvals. We will discover how to earn the authentic admiration of others through virtue and wisdom. If you feel like a ghost in meetings, like your ideas are vanishing into thin air, or if you simply long for your voice to be heard and valued, these strategies will help you come out of the shadows and shine with your own light. Whether in the workplace, in your social relationships, or in any other scenario, learning to affirm your presence will allow you to connect more deeply with others and achieve your goals. Stay with me until the end. We are about to begin a journey through Stoic wisdom that has the power to radically transform your self-perception and, even more significantly, the way others perceive you. This revelation will allow you to discover hidden facets of yourself and project a more authentic and empowering image to the world. Unleash the inner strength that defines you, forging unbreakable resilience. Transform each encounter into an opportunity to grow, overcoming obstacles and leaving an indelible mark on the world. Empower yourself through your dignity, becoming an agent of change. Inspire those around you with your ability to overcome adversity and build a more just and compassionate world. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and find in daily challenges opportunities for learning and growth, living an authentic and fulfilling life. Trust your intrinsic value and express your authenticity in every interaction. By doing so, you not only empower yourself, but you also inspire others to do the same. Are you ready to start this journey? Let's not wait any longer. Let's start our tour. Number 1. Respect for yourself. Although it may seem easy at first glance, cultivating self-respect is an ongoing and challenging journey. It is the process of deeply recognizing your intrinsic value and extending to yourself the same compassion, care, and consideration that you would offer to someone you love. It is an art that is perfected over time as we learn to love ourselves unconditionally and set healthy boundaries. Stoic philosophy invites us to cultivate a deep respect for ourselves. This concept is based on the constant practice of mindfulness, which allows us to observe our thoughts and actions without judging them. By developing this awareness, the Stoics teach us to align our lives with our deepest values, thus fostering genuine and lasting self-esteem. The Stoics, led by Marcus Aurelius, reminded us that our true strength lies in our minds. We cannot control what happens around us, but we can control how we react to it. This understanding frees us from the anguish of wanting to change the immutable and empowers us to cultivate a serene and resilient mind. By silencing the inner voice that constantly judges and limits us, we open the doors to unwavering confidence and a fuller life. When we choose to actively confront our negative thoughts and replace them with affirmations that highlight our positive qualities, we are embarking on a profound personal transformation journey. This internal change not only strengthens our self-esteem and self-confidence, but also projects a more positive image to the outside. By believing in our abilities and value, we transmit that confidence to others, influencing how they perceive us and, consequently, how they interact with us. It's like we're painting a new picture of ourselves. Self-respect is the first step towards a fuller and more authentic life. When we begin to value our qualities, we send a clear message to the world. I deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. This self-respect becomes a standard, a compass that guides our interactions with others. The Stoics, teachers of ancient philosophy, remind us that it is not external events that disturb us, but the interpretation we make of them. Our emotional reactions are the result of our judgments. By cultivating a more objective perspective and accepting that we cannot control everything that happens around us, we can significantly reduce unnecessary suffering and respond to situations in a more calm and assertive manner. In essence, when we respect ourselves, we not only raise our self-esteem, but we also strengthen our relationships and increase our ability to cope with life's challenges. By understanding that our emotional well-being is largely within our control, we can live a happier, more fulfilling life. You begin to respect yourself, and you set a standard for others' behavior toward you. Our response to the opinions of others, whether positive or negative, is closely linked to how we perceive ourselves. If we have a solid self-esteem, external criticism slides easily, since our internal evaluation is stronger. On the contrary, if we judge ourselves negatively, praise can feel insincere and criticism like confirmation of our fears. In essence, our self-image acts as a filter that modulates the impact of other people's opinions. Self-esteem is not simply the absence of negative thoughts. It is a garden that requires constant cultivation. To flourish fully, we must water our minds with positive thoughts, weed out limiting beliefs, and nourish our souls with empowering experiences. Cultivating a positive view of ourselves is an act of self-love that allows us to grow, overcome challenges, and reach our full potential. Aristotle once noted that knowing oneself is the beginning of all wisdom. This profound statement aligns with the Stoic practice of self-reflection and mindfulness, emphasizing that true wisdom and self-respect come from a deep understanding of one's own nature and capabilities. Additionally, treating yourself with respect involves setting boundaries and recognizing your own needs and desires. Plato captured it eloquently when he said that the first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To fully respect yourself, you must conquer the impulses that lead you to undermine your value. Not accepting less than what you deserve, respecting yourself, is about embracing the Stoic mindset of self-control. Self-awareness and self-worth is about recognizing that your value is not diminished because of someone's inability to see your worth. Unexamined life is not worth living, and part of that examination includes recognizing and affirming our value both to ourselves and to others. 2. Set limits. Setting limits is an act of self-affirmation that allows us to regain control of our lives. By clearly defining what we tolerate and what we do not, we not only preserve our inner peace, but we also send a strong message to those around us about the respect we deserve. It is like drawing a line in the sand, marking the territory that is exclusively ours and that we will not allow to be invaded. Setting healthy boundaries is essential to building authentic, long-lasting relationships. By assertively communicating our needs and expectations, we avoid resentments and misunderstandings. Additionally, by respecting each other's boundaries, we demonstrate empathy and foster an environment of mutual trust. Ultimately, boundaries are the foundation on which the strongest human connections are built. The ability to set limits is a direct reflection of our self-esteem. When we value and respect ourselves, we are able to say no without feeling guilt or fear of rejection. By doing so, we not only protect our emotional well-being, but we also strengthen our identity and sense of purpose. Simply put, boundaries are an expression of our self-love. As the Stoic teachers advised, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest, just as you do when you set limits. When you set boundaries, you are making the best use of your power by deciding how you allow others to treat you. Boundaries can be seen in simple daily interactions, such as, if you are often expected to stay late at work, setting a boundary may mean clearly communicating what your work schedule is and sticking to it unless there are an exceptional circumstance. This shows that you respect your own time and teaches others to respect it. The Stoics also understood the importance of emotional boundaries. When you set emotional boundaries, you prevent others from dragging you into their chaos or negativity. You keep your mind focused and calm no matter the storms around you. Setting limits also means knowing how to say no, a simple but powerful word. It's about respecting your boundaries and not feeling guilty for prioritizing your well-being. Seneca's words ring true here. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, you don't need to be in a different place. Being a different person means stating your limits clearly and consistently. Additionally, by setting boundaries, you are not only teaching others how to treat you, but you are also setting an example of self-respect and dignity. This is a crucial step in maintaining not only personal relationships, but also professional ones. Remember that clear boundaries lead to clear minds. As the Stoics would claim, it's not about building walls, it's about creating doors in those walls. Doors where you decide who to let in and who to exclude, based on mutual respect and understanding. Setting clear boundaries is about cultivating a strong sense of self, based on Stoic principles of control and self-respect. It's about making conscious decisions about what to accept in your physical, mental, and emotional space. By doing so, you align your external relationships with your internal values, creating a balanced and respected existence. In a world that often prioritizes courtesy over honesty and authenticity, this is a refreshing approach that not only aligns with Stoic principles, but also encourages genuine respect and meaningful relationships. The 3. Be authentic. Stoicism invites us to cultivate the virtue of authenticity. By embracing truth and integrity, we align with our deepest nature. The Stoics remind us that true happiness comes from living in line with our core values. As the Stoic teachers expressed, true freedom lies in being true to oneself, without masks or disguises. By freeing ourselves from other people's expectations and the need to please, we find lasting inner peace. Being authentic is freeing yourself from the pressure of fitting into a mold. It's like taking off a mask and allowing your true self to breathe. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not, you experience a sense of freedom and authenticity that is unmatched. Authenticity invites you to be honest with yourself and others without fear of being judged. By embracing your quirks, you become the most authentic version of yourself. Authenticity is built on the foundation of honesty. It means being honest about your feelings, opinions, and desires, even when it's difficult. By being honest, you establish deeper connections with others and cultivate genuine relationships. Authenticity also allows you to make decisions that are aligned with your deepest values and beliefs. Choosing authenticity involves sincere and open communication. It means letting go of the need to please others and instead honestly express your deepest feelings, opinions, and desires. This doesn't mean being abrupt or insensitive. Rather, it involves careful reflection on how to communicate your truths in a way that is respectful of others and promotes mutual understanding. For example, if you disagree with a popular opinion at a social gathering, choosing authenticity might mean expressing your different point of view calmly and respectfully, rather than conforming in silence. Not only does this show that you respect yourself enough to honor your beliefs, but you also respect others by offering a genuine perspective. Additionally, the Stoics emphasize the importance of living in accordance with nature. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter retreat than in his own soul." This introspective retreat allows you to align your actions with your true self. When you live authentically, you make decisions that resonate deeply with your internal values, not just your external expectations. This alignment reduces internal conflict and improves your self-esteem, since you are no longer dividing your energies between who you are and who you pretend to be. Living authentically also means accepting your vulnerabilities, showing your true self, including your weaknesses and fears. It may seem daunting, but it creates deeper connections and fosters trust. People are attracted to authenticity, respect, and respond positively to those who are honest about their imperfections. As Seneca advised, keep your youthful enthusiasms. You will be able to use them better when you are older. Let your reactions and genuine feelings show that they are your strengths and not your weaknesses. Embracing authenticity also means you're less likely to experience the burnout that comes from constantly putting up a facade. The energy it takes to maintain a personality that is not really yours is substantial when you let go of this burden. You free up emotional and mental resources to invest in more satisfying activities and interactions. Remember that authenticity attracts. When you are real with yourself and others, you attract people who appreciate the real you, not an artificial version meant to please. This is the essence of genuine respect, respect that is freely and enthusiastically extended to those who are themselves. By choosing authenticity over politeness, you set a powerful example of integrity and respect for yourself, inviting others to interact in a deeper way and speak on a more meaningful level. Fun 4. Raise your voice. Raising our voice, especially when we feel that our opinions are silenced or belittled, is a fundamental act of self-affirmation. By doing so, we not only strengthen our trust, but we also claim our right to be heard and respected in any space. Making our voices heard, especially in times when we feel invisible or marginalized, is essential to transform our environment, challenge established norms, and create a more just and equitable space for all. The Stoics remind us that expression and respect go hand in hand. Raising our voice, even when it is difficult, is a sign of respect for ourselves and others. It shows that we value our ideas and that we expect others to do the same. The word has the power to transform realities. When we express our opinions, we manifest our desires. We exercise that power. It is necessary to recognize the power of the spoken word and the importance of courage in communication. As the Stoic teachers boldly stated, first express to yourself what you want to be, and then do what you have to do. This is a clear encouragement to not only think about being someone who speaks, but to be that person through action. Have the courage to speak and express your thoughts and feelings in an open and respectful way, regardless of the environment, whether in a meeting between friends or in a public place. Letting your voice be heard is a critical part of respecting yourself and ensuring that others respect you too. It's about making your contributions count and showing that you value your own opinions enough to share them with others. Speaking also relates to the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature. Your nature includes your thoughts and beliefs, and expressing them authentically is a testament to your integrity. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of living in alignment with one's own virtues and principles, and that the best revenge is to be different from the person who caused the injury. This means that instead of retaliating or harboring resentment when you are overlooked or interrupted, you choose to assert yourself calmly and steadily, showing your resilience and adherence to your values. Furthermore, speaking is not about raising your voice forcefully. It is about clarity and perseverance. It involves communicating your point of view in a way that is understandable and memorable. A well-articulated argument or point of view, presented with confidence and respect, can have a profound impact, even in a room full of opposing voices. This approach reflects the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what you can control with your words and actions, while accepting that you cannot control the reactions of others. For many of us, the challenge lies in overcoming the fear of negative evaluation or conflict. Here, Seneca's teachings can be particularly illuminating. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The fear of speaking is often rooted in imagined outcomes that never occur. By facing these fears, we not only strengthen our own voices, but we also dismantle the barriers those fears have built around us. Additionally, speaking is essential for personal growth and learning. It invites feedback and opens dialogues that can lead to better understanding. It is about contributing your unique perspective to collective knowledge and understanding, thus enriching debates and results. This active participation is the cornerstone of Stoic practice. Engage with the world in a meaningful and constructive way. Speaking is living with courage and authenticity, defending your convictions and expressing them with respect. It's about honoring your true self and allowing it to be heard and recognized. This not only encourages personal growth, but also commands respect and attention from those around you, establishing you as a person of principle and depth in every interaction. 5. Don't apologize too much. Acknowledging our mistakes and offering sincere apologies is a sign of maturity and respect for others. However, apologizing excessively, even for minor or unavoidable situations, can undermine our own confidence and convey an image of insecurity. It is important to find a balance between taking responsibility for our actions and recognizing our limitations. This is where Stoic philosophy can guide us to a more balanced approach to apologize. The Stoics taught that it is crucial to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. As the teacher Epictetus said, that some things are under our control and others are not. Apologizing excessively can be counterproductive. In doing so, we run the risk of assuming a responsibility that does not belong to us. Carrying the weight of situations that are beyond our control is not only unnecessary, but it can undermine our self-esteem and generate a feeling of helplessness. It is important to recognize our limits and learn to differentiate between what we can change and what we cannot. By doing so, we can preserve our inner peace and cultivate a healthy self-respect. Constantly apologizing can create an uneven dynamic in relationships. By repeatedly taking blame, even when it is not justified, you run the risk of setting a precedent where others expect you to take responsibility for everything. This can lead others to expect you to be the one to take responsibility for things that are not your fault, making you a scapegoat, undermining your self-esteem and autonomy. Apologies must be sincere and based on a genuine recognition of our own faults. However, apologizing for things you haven't done can devalue the meaning of a genuine apology. By doing so, you are eroding your credibility and making it difficult for others to take your apology seriously when it is truly necessary. Seneca's advice resonates well here. It is not the man who has too little who is poor, but the man who longs for more. Material things can lead to dissatisfaction. Seeking excessive forgiveness can lead to a decreased sense of personal responsibility and self-worth. Furthermore, constantly asking for forgiveness for things that do not warrant an apology may be an indication that you are not firm in your convictions. It may suggest a willingness to give ground at the slightest challenge, which is contrary to the Stoic virtue of courage. By practicing this Stoic principle, you empower yourself to respond with confidence and discernment. Choose to apologize only when justified and appropriate, thus maintaining power over your responses rather than opting for a default apology. Consider whether an acknowledgement or a simple expression of understanding would be more appropriate than, for example, saying thank you for waiting. If you are late due to unforeseen circumstances, instead of a thoughtful apology, you could acknowledge any inconvenience caused and express gratitude for the patience shown. This not only respects the situation, but also respects your own role within it, without unnecessary self-reproaches. It is important to cultivate the habit of evaluating situations with a clear and rational mind, as encouraged by Stoic practices. This means taking a moment to evaluate whether an apology is necessary, or if there is a more empowering and accurate response to address the situation. In doing so, you respect yourself and others by communicating with integrity and clarity. While apologizing is a valuable skill for making amends for genuine mistakes, over-apologizing can lead to a misrepresentation of your character and intentions. Taking a Stoic approach to apologizing involves careful consideration of your actions and acknowledging your mistakes when appropriate, but also standing firm in your self-worth and not allowing unnecessary blame to cloud your interactions. This balanced approach not only helps build healthier relationships, but also fosters a stronger, more resilient sense of self. 36. Show confident body language. Beyond mere appearance, our body speaks its own language, transmitting deep messages about who we are and how we feel. Confident body language is much more than a pose. It is an external manifestation of strong internal confidence. The Stoics, masters of self-discipline and inner strength, teach us that control of our emotions and thoughts is inevitably reflected in our actions. By cultivating serenity and resilience, we are forging a solid foundation upon which to build a secure and magnetic presence. A purposeful walk, a steady gaze, and an upright posture not only project confidence, but also reinforce our sense of self-efficacy. By adopting an open and receptive stance, we are communicating to the world that we are ready to face any challenge. Stoicism, with its philosophy focused on self-mastery and the ability to face adversity with strength, finds a powerful echo in the practice of confident body language. Just as the Stoics sought to master their emotions and thoughts, assertive body language reflects inner mastery and unwavering confidence. Both Stoicism and confident body language share the premise that our physical presence is an extension of our mind and spirit, and that by cultivating an upright posture and steady gaze, we project an image of confidence and respect. As Marcus Aurelius noted, "The soul is dyed with the color of your thoughts." This means that by adopting a posture of confidence, your way of thinking can change to match your physical posture. It influences how you feel and behave. When you stand tall, make eye contact, and use deliberate gestures, you're not only projecting confidence to those around you, you're also reinforcing your own sense of self-worth and capability. The Stoics believed that we could shape our character and emotions through our actions. By consciously choosing to adopt a confident posture, you are practicing a form of self-improvement that the Stoic teachers described. You must first tell yourself what you want to be, and do what you have to do. That essentially is embodying trust through your actions. Body language also involves being present in the moment, another key Stoic practice. When you are fully engaged in the here and now, your body naturally adopts a more open and stable posture. You become more aware of your movements and how you occupy space. This presence not only improves your physical bearing, but also sharpens your mental focus, allowing you to handle situations with a clear and composed mind. Additionally, confident body language is all about balance. It's about maintaining a posture that is neither too aggressive nor timid. This reflects the Stoic virtue of moderation, or the golden mean, as Aristotle called it, which advocates a balanced life. When you practice confident body language, you seek to achieve a balance that communicates strength and openness without aggression or arrogance in conversations. Confident body language can significantly affect the dynamics of the interaction by maintaining a steady gaze. Contact, for example, shows that you are engaged and interested in the conversation. It indicates respect for the person speaking and reaffirms your presence in the dialogue. Similarly, using hand gestures can improve the clarity of your communication. It helps emphasize points and convey your message more effectively. These non-verbal cues play a crucial role in establishing your presence and persuasiveness in any interaction. It is also important to be aware of the subtleties of body language in different cultures, as gestures and postures can have varied meanings. Being aware and respectful of these differences aligns with the Stoic ideal of universal reason and the understanding that wisdom and virtue transcend cultural boundaries. Displaying confident body language is not simply an exercise in appearance. It is a practice of Stoic philosophy in which you align your external expressions with internal virtues. By doing so, you not only improve your interactions with others, but you also strengthen your self-awareness and self-control, key aspects of living a fulfilled and respected life. Through this practice, you embody the Stoic ideal that true confidence and virtue are not only displayed but lived. So far, our journey along the path of knowledge and practice of Stoicism. Remember that personal growth and empowerment is infinite. It is not a destination, it is a journey to strengthen our identity and self-esteem. The Stoics sought virtue and excellence, and they have left us a timeless legacy of tools and strategies to improve ourselves as individuals and as part of the community. By following their wise advice, we will project an image of confidence that in turn reinforces our own perception of ourselves, creating a virtuous circle of empowerment and personal respect. Thank you for joining me on this journey towards self-mastery and respect. Remember that the path of Stoicism is not just about learning, it is about transforming these teachings into daily actions. I hope this journey has filled you with light to strengthen your own being. We would like to read your opinions and comments. I invite you to continue with us so that we can walk together the path of growth and empowerment, hand in hand with the timeless Stoic philosophy.